Hello, Brady. Princess is here, and the princess is cold.
Just a little bit.
So to make her a little bit more warm inside, she's gonna watch me eat disgusting food, bear food all day.
That's not gonna keep you warm.
It's gonna keep me warm. So we're gonna come along and see what disgusting meatsy things I can get today, because we like it raw and wriggling.
Sure, eat your vegetables, kids.
Nah, you heard
Eat your
her.
vegetables.
So we have a savory sopaipilla. Again, you know me with pronunciations. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it is a butternut squash-based dish. This is actually vegetarian. I'm going to make a more concerted effort to try more of the vegetarian dishes for our vegetarian people out there. Since the princess can't have them, why not me? Less meat is always a good thing, right? So we have these huge chunks of roasted butternut squash with some pumpkin seeds in here and a little sprinkle of cheese. Just scoop it up here. Yes, we bought reusable silverware. We know how much you guys love this, and they do give silverware with every plate. We're just gonna keep this for some other time. Wow. Butternut squash with the cheese tastes amazing. These things right here are basically just like bread pockets, but with no filling. So it's basically like a pizza pocket with nothing in it. And you have like a little tomato-based sauce here on the bottom too. Or butternut squash, which leads me to the reason, why does nobody make butternut squash pizza pockets? I don't even really think you need the cheese, or you put vegan cheese. I need somebody to make butternut squash pizza pockets, or pizza bites. I want those. But this, 3.5 out of 5 claws. I'd come back for this.
Drink's gonna be the first one, though, and the food's the second. You're welcome.
So here we have the crab dip crab-filled beignets. There's like a creamy crab dip on the inside. You can see they are like overflowing with the dip. You get 3 of them, nice sized. Obviously, everybody wishes they were bigger, but they're not terrible. Looking at how creamy this looks, I'm probably gonna need a magic pill. 1. This is a twofer. But it's worth the risk. I wasn't gonna pass with a beignet. Definitely not a crab-filled beignet. Look at that seasoning all over it. This better be good. I definitely did not skip on the feeling. It is jam dip on the crab, and it doesn't taste like imitation crab either. It's like fresh crab dip. Really strong crab flavor. The seasonings, they can hit just right. They sort of sit well with like the creaminess of the dip inside. These are tasty and dangerous. 4 out of 5 claws. Out.
Are they not grabbing this week?
I thought I gave them some.
I like your makeup. Thank you. You're welcome.
Ooh, a waffle. I'm so excited and nervous. I don't even know, like, I want to get all of it. It looks amazing. Sweet potato ice cream is so good. Like very sweet potatoes.
Did you eat the waffle?
Yeah, I'm into this.
No, the show is that big old thing.
It's like sweet without being like overbearingly sweet. A lot of times like a waffle and ice cream combo or even like an ice cream combo, I definitely get like 2 bites in and I'm done. I just kind of like pass it off to whoever else is next to me. It's like hearty without being too sweet. I probably won't eat the whole thing, but I eat as much as I could. I would probably give this like a good, oh, it's already dripping. I would already give this like a good, a 4 out of 5. I would definitely go back at this. I was saying, we gotta hurry.
Get your skirt.
Massive waffle.
Honestly, I just had the teat of the sweet potato ice cream, and I'm into it.
Is this straight from the
Straight from the paper teat. And I'm into it.
Something like straight from the
Another thing that I'm risking my life for, just for the channel, because like, this is weird enough. I knew one of you, probably you, or you, would ask about this right here. An ube waffle, like a matcha waffle with sweet potato ice cream, Lucky Charms marshmallow, toasted coconut. It's got like all the things. Like, it's just weird enough. I knew that somebody would be like, why didn't you eat that? Probably because it could kill me. And if I throw up, I'm blaming all of you. Hold on, sir. Go. Stop. Oh, that's good. That is so good. Definitely, if you are, you like ice cream, or you just like your Lucky Charms, you should get this. This thing is an amazing flavor. I cannot have more than one bite, or I will be helping fill this pond. But this has some amazing flavor. It's a bit messy, so watch the drip, and not the outfit this time. I'm gonna give that 4.5 out of 5 plus. I would say if not for the ability to kill me, it would probably be my bare necessities list.
Happy Mardi Gras! Hello.
Happy Mardi Gras!
Love the outfits. I know what I'm wearing next.
So much better.
Love
Happy Mardi Gras, guys.
I got excited when the princess pointed out shrimp ceviche to me, but when I was expecting shrimp ceviche, I wasn't expecting shrimp ceviche with orange sherbet. The festival's about trying new things, though, right? Shrimp and basically ice cream. That worries me. Luckily, it's 60-something degrees today, probably a little bit colder with the wind, so the ice cream is still nice and cold, even though it's been like sitting here. It's not melting as bad as I expected it to. Let's get a healthy dose of the sherbet, a little piece of this shrimp with a bunch of cilantro on top. Don't know what you're going for here in Universal. This better be good. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. The cilantro and the shrimp works well together great, but like orange sorbet with shrimp, I am not feeling it, because it's like, imagine if your ice cream tasted like seafood, and that's where I'm at with that. Oh, 1.5 out of 5 plus.
Really?
This is definitely not my jam. I'm gonna eat the shrimp and avoid the ice cream. Sorbet, sorry, but no, sir, absolutely not.
I thought it was like pureed salmon.
Nope, it's definitely sorbet. So returning this year, we have the chicken Andouille Sausage Jambalaya with a single crawdaddy here. And this rice. This little crawdaddy compete with his... I got a single pincher guy. Just a little single. We're gonna go ahead and do him first. Good way. Crack his little head off here. Oh, and I messed it up already. Oh, dear well. Here we go. Suck that out, huh? My plant-based folks, that's it. I'm sorry, but I don't really mean it. Well, that's that one. Either way, it was good. Juicy, seasoned. Not Cajun enough, though. We just got it. It's already cold, but it's cold outside today, so I get that. As for the jambalaya itself, get some shrimp. Get some sausage. A huge chunk of sausage. But either way. Okay. Still not as punchy as a flavor as I expect from a jambalaya. It's like, it's technically jambalaya, but I feel like Nolo Nalos would extremely disapprove of this. This is not jambalaya enough. The seasonings don't feel as cooked in as they do like sprinkled on top. That is getting the mid rating for me. That's 2.5 out of 5 plus. Doing good, sir. Let me get the Conch Fritters. Well, here we have the deep fried Conch Fritters with a pineapple remoulade topped with more pineapple. Now these babies are fried. Like, it might be time to change out some oil fried because these babies are dark. You look at these compared to the photos, and these are like Cuba Gooding Jr. compared to Wesley Snipes, almost. We're still gonna eat this. So we have the pineapple remoulade with more pineapple in it. I like that the tray has a little like dipping section. That's nice. And like a little like either aloe or banana leaf. Let's give her a bite. Through. Very Conch Frittery. You'll get that nice fritter taste. Even though it's really dark, it's not burnt, so I'm happy about that. And the flavor is fairly solid. The pineapple remoulade is a nice mix. I kind of like that. Even though the princess would hate it, aside from having to watch me eat all this disgusting meat, I would love to make a vegan pineapple remoulade at home. I may have to look that up one day. Maybe if we ever do like another like crab cake video or something like that. This is decent. It's not the best I've ever had. It's still like very, very deep fried, not very good for you, and then the flavors are a bit muted, but it's not bad. It's definitely the worst thing I've had today. 3 out of 5 plus. Hello, hello.
Hi. Okay. Just check in and come back.
So we have the shrimp laska and what they're calling a chork. I have seen a lot of weird utensils since we started doing food things. Never in my life have I seen a chork. They're calling it a chopstick fork. That is that's interesting. If you've ever heard of a chork before, or is this some universal joke, I need to know. This is weird. So fork on this. What gets me is if you decide to use the chork, right, and then you turn the fork upside down, you're gonna get juices all over your fingers. This seems like a not very well thought out plan. So you use this, you have to
use one or the other.
You have to commit. So if you're going to use, if you know how to use chopsticks, it's fine. But if like you're going to switch, you got problems here. You got to commit to one or the other here. That is, of course, I'm going to use the chop part, but oh, this is like beginner chopsticks too. You don't even got to like pinch it. Either way, I digress. I'm more interested in this chork than I am the actual food. So we have the shrimp laska, which is like egg in a broth. So we have some cucumbers in here, some like fried tofu. There's some shredded chicken down here at the bottom with like this spicy sauce on top, and then like some baby sea roach. Now, given how big the shrimp were in some of the other dishes that I've already had, I'm surprised they're so tiny, like baby shrimp. Either way, I digress. We're gonna mix in some of this spice because I don't want to die. There's some bean sprouts in here. There is some green onions. I'm curious if this broth is vegan. Because if so, you could probably get this without the shrimp and egg and it'd be like a vegan bowl. But we'll do some research on that. If we do, maybe if we come back again, we'll try that. But for now, obviously, this is just the princess watching me eat more disgusting stuff. Blasphemy there. Let's put some sea roach on top of some deliciously fried breaded tofu with some noodles. It is spicy. The broth has some nice flavor to it. It's like a front of the mouth bird. Like a 3, maybe a 3.5 out of 10 on the spice scale. The shrimp is just cooked shrimp, not really seasoned. The tofu is breaded, but you can see it's not seasoned. You're basically depending on the broth for all the seasoning. You see the spices and stuff in there. Get some of this chicken. Chicken and the egg. Did you know the end of this argument, which did come first? The chicken or the egg? The answer is probably both. I feel like the Laksa is trying to be ramen. Forgive me for any sort of like cultural appropriation or not being familiar with Laksa, but it's just not. Even though some of its parts don't add up to a good ramen. The broth is good. The tofu is weak. I'd say there's almost maybe too much egg in here, and then the chicken and shrimp really aren't seasoned. They're just kind of thrown in there. It's okay. If you're feeling something soupy and spicy on like a cold blustery like it is today, I'd say get it. But I can't say that it's my favorite. It's not bad, but I probably wouldn't come back here and get it again. 2 out of 5 plus.
Oh my god, they look so good. I can help next
So, if you guys didn't know, you can actually get a suicide flavoring of a twisted tater, which is every season they have dumped all at once. So ghost pepper, Parmesan, and Cajun, all in one. Go for broke and ask for double, just extra of everything.
Such a bear.
That's better. More of a cake. Makes you feel something inside, where it's normally dead. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Try a little bit of both now. I'm gonna go in for Cajun.
Oh, okay.
I can see what bear means. It's got flavor, but it's kind of like when you drink a seltzer. You're gonna burp more flavor than you taste it. Because they don't taste like much. This guy though, already, you taste like the kick right behind it, which adds so much more to the spice, the Cajun. And then of course a little bit of Parmesan in there. Definitely better. I would probably rate the same, 3 out of 5. If you don't come to Halloween Horror Nights and get at least one of these, what are you doing with your life?
No Mardi Gras, it's complete without some beignets.
What happened? So I was telling him it's kind of like Budo seasoning.
AKA Bagged Lunch Club. It's not the bagged lunch I was talking about, but it'll do. It makes me miss actual Nola. They're mini. They're technically beignets. The shadow of their original selves. But as a good friend once said, a bad beignet is better than no beignet. Can't argue with that. Spicy powder, fried dough, nice and fluffy. 3 out of 5 plus. So here we have the Blackened Chicken Po'Boy. My issue with most Po'Boys is usually that they're like deep fried, either like shrimp or some other seafood. Now Blackened Chicken Po'Boy, I can sort of get on board for. Like the bun feels good, the blackened chicken looks good. There's supposed to be some like Cajun mayo in here, but I see nothing. It just looks dry as a bone after the chicken. Let's find out.
Gotta catch up.
The mayo is in there, the very bottom. You just squirt it and then spread it around. Chicken's well seasoned, a bun nice and crispy. It qualifies as a po' boy. I think all my po' boys from this point forward have to be blackened chicken. That's the only way it's gonna go. This is tasty. You use a little bit more chicken, but instead it's tapas, and it's a park. I'm not getting overflowing with chicken like I would like an oyster or a shrimp po' boy. It's decent. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Little po' boy bite.
It's like, this is where it ends. I was like, what's that?
That's nice. Really refreshing compared to like a fried shrimp, like I was saying before. It gets really heavy at a certain point. That's a really like light sandwich that you could eat and still want to have more during the day. I would give that one a 4 out of 5. I would eat that very easily, especially with the little chips on the side. Let's make sure. Great seasoning on these two. Great meal, 4 out of 5.
Here we have the shrimp gumbo with rice. You have like a little bit of a shrimpies, a good number amount. And you got the nice like the sauce and everything in here. Let's hope this rice is better than the rice we had in the Princess Vegan video. If not, we're gonna have some words. So one little shrimpy and a nice helping of rice. Okay. Now that feels authentic and spiced. The rice is good. Shrimp is perfectly cooked and seasoned. It's actually seasoned shrimp, not just shrimp cooked and thrown in some of there's like some other ones we've had. This is actually seasoned and cooked shrimp. This is probably one of the best things I've had so far. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
Little of this shrimp gumbo with the rice. Really hoping for some good seasoning. Some okra in there, which I love.
Oh, you have. Did you spoil it? Is she still living in the house?
Not super spicy at all, but good spice in there for sure. It's not something that you'll like cry over, but you still have a lot of good flavor into it and you still want to come back for more. I'd give that like a 3.5 out of 5. Still maybe the po' boy more, but this is really, really good.
Here we have the arepas, which is kind of funny to me that Encanto has been out since November and Disney, you're not serving us up a single arepas. But Universal, you're giving us a whole truck. That's a major shade. And this is a mozzarella arepas. This boy is thick. Like I can feel the heat of the mozzarella from the inside. And it's already oozing out the side. Oh yes. I think Abuela would approve. And she approves of nothing. You think you want to go and order every arepas in that truck, but I'm not going to do that. 4 out of 5 plus.
Tanya, that arepa, I'm so excited. With everyone else eating them, you can see the steam coming off with each bite, which with heat lamp food, kind of hard. So it's really nice to kind of see like that nice bite and see the heat still coming out from it. Oh wow. I can see like why that tastes like home. I already love corn, but
I don't do it.
that's such a comfort food. I would give that a 3 out of 5. Very easy to eat. The best grilled cheese I've ever had in my life for sure. I would eat those all day, especially if it's from Huerta. I love it.
I started out like
That's the one I was thinking of.
Now I didn't go and get every arepas in the truck. But Carnitas, look at that. Look at it like bursting out of there with all that juicy goodness. The cilantro. This needs to be a year-round thing. I need more arepas in my life. If you guys know good arepas around Orlando, I need to know. Vegan arepas especially. I want to see if we get the princess some. Somebody's ancestors helped them season this. That, the 4.5 out of 5 plus. The crunch and the ratio of the meat is a bit off, but the flavor is out of this world. It's near perfect. I love it. Get this. So, Nashville hot chicken mac and cheese. This is another part of my journey where I doubt anybody has real Nashville chicken anywhere other than Nashville. So I'm risking my life to try this for you guys, because mac and cheese is usually one of those things where even lactate is kind of iffy. So it's a 2 magic pill sort of bite, but I'm only taking 1. We have nice creamy mac and cheese. We have some chives and some thick pieces of what is supposedly Nashville hot chicken. If that's Nashville hot chicken, then the Chicago fire was a bonfire. We have some doubts. It's spicy, don't get me wrong. It's like a 3.5, maybe 4 out of 10 on the spice scale. One of those slow rising, like mid-mouth heats. The mac, great. Chicken, it's well seasoned, but hot chicken is a bit of a stretch. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know too much about the spice level on it. It almost looks like a bourbon barbecue rather than like a straight up Nashville chicken. I've had some good spicy chickens, but you know, let's find out from this guy. I'm like waiting for a creep of spice. It's like Tabasco spicy. It's really not that bad. Yeah, spice level, yeah, I might give it like a 3 out of 10. Really not too spicy on it. You definitely feel it like in the back of the throat after a second, but it's not bad at all. I don't need drink, I don't need water, I don't need anything for it. It's not that heavy cream and the macaroni and cheese cutting it, because it's not creamy at all. It's kind of dry. But as far as a festival dish goes, I would probably give it a 3 out of 5. It's not bad. It's definitely going to fill you up. It's going to give you all the things that you need. But as far as the advertisement that it's going for, I give it a very baseline. I would like some more scorpion that we're advertising on this level here.
I know, it's great.
And here we have the crab and shrimp boil with potatoes, shrimp, corn on the cob, and little crayfish with the little eyes and the little pinchy. Sorry, plant-based folks. It's not my fault it looks so tasty. Little prawns. Always makes me want to watch District 9. It's probably pretty rude. Either way, I love that movie. Pull it off. It's a lot of work for little meat. This is actually well seasoned. Better than the crawfish I had yesterday, that's for sure. Big little shrimp. Tail on. I know some of you weird folks actually eat all this stuff. I usually do not. It leads to a bad time later on. If you know, then you know. Okay. They can't actually season their seafood. Mind you, they treat it as a boil. Kind of hard not to season a boil, but nice and tender and unovercooked. And nice juicy corn on the cob. What I'd like to see them do is get a separate pots and just boil straight vegetables. Maybe some plant-based sausage. I mean, the Prince has done it at home. It's very easy to make a plant-based boil with just a seasoning packet. It's not that hard. You're selling it in a little scoop. You just scoop it out and serve it to people. And as usual, the corn is where all the flavor is. Sucks up everything. little potato. I would say if you're not a food person, you're not coming here to eat, maybe you're just coming here to drink. If you get one meal while you're here, eat the boil, because the boil will fill you up, and then you'll be ready for whatever the restaurant has for you. It's not the best boil I've ever had, but it's tasty and it's filling. That, I give it a solid 4 out of 5 plus. Well, thank you guys for sticking with us for another Bear Eats a Festival. The princesses had to watch me eat a lot of things with faces.
I did.
And little feetses.
It was very disgusting.
But it was some good eats. We got most everything we needed with just the gift card. That's definitely the way to go. If you guys have anything that you think that I missed, I think there's like one stand we didn't go to, let me know in the comments. If there's anything else you can see us do anywhere around Orlando, that's going to be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
And we will see you soon.
Be sure to untangle.
Well, I was gonna say be sure to subscribe and throw up some beads, but this isn't working out in my life, so
This side. There we go. All right.
no. We're just gonna say be sure to subscribe. This is a mess.
You heard the girl.
Yeah, try to get like.
Whoa.
Way up there.
I was like, I want to put my backpack on for this for leverage.
Oh,
You started your own tree. It's like putting ornaments on a tree.
For real.